Hey guys, so I just got back from another double feature. Whew, it's been a long week, and the fact that I've been to theaters now 5 days out of 7, and to the point I was calling my mom on the way to the theater, and she goes, "You're going to the theaters again?" It's like, Jesus, just stay at home for one day. I'm like, this is the last day. After this, I'm done and I'm caught up for till next weekend. I'm like, oh, that feels nice. I was like, this feels nice. And so the first movie I went and saw was Luca. It's a re-release, a theatrical re-release of Luca, a movie I know that's been out for a couple of years now. If you don't know, I talked about this in a review Turning Red about a month ago, where Pixar basically right now has decided, hey, let's re-release those movies that we decided to dump on the Disney Plus, like because the COVID pandemic was happening. Put them in theatrically so that people can get a chance to see them theatrically, even though they're still on Disney Plus. You can watch them for free on Disney Plus. Even though I got to watch this movie for free, basically still in a theater. I was like, all right, fuck it, why not? I was like, only got 500 or fucking movies to see this weekend. But whatever, like, might as well go see it. Um, and it was honestly, Turning Red and Luca were the only two Pixar movies I had not seen. I'd seen every Pixar movie to date except those two, and so I was like, all right, I hadn't got a chance to see them. With Luca, like Turning Red, I've heard a lot about. Luca, I really hadn't heard much about. There was really not much I had heard about other than that it was well received and it was a Pixar movie. That's about it. And like also they about a month or back in January they did re-release Soul. So that was cool. I already seen Soul, so I didn't go see Soul in theaters. If you want my recommendation on Soul, go watch Soul. Honestly, out of the fucking three movies, it's the best one, and the only one I probably would say go watch and pay the for to watch at a theater because spoiler alert, I thought Luca was just fine. It was just fine, and that's it. It was nothing really memorable or exciting about this movie that I would recommend people watching this. I mean, yeah, sure. I think Disney Plus, this being put on Disney Plus is a perfect place for it because I couldn't recommend seeing this like in a theater, especially full price, like $12, like people kids have to see. Um, it's like Pixar at this point has like a certain formula and they stick to it, and every once in a while they'll deviate from it and kind of come up with something original, like Inside Out. Even Elemental was pretty good, but this is just a very cookie cutter by paint by the numbers Pixar animated movie, and not just Pixar, but animated movie like I've seen in a while. like everything you can see coming a mile away. There's no surprises. There's no turns. Uh, it's a movie like it's beautifully made, like all Pixar movies are. It is really well made, like how they made Italy. I didn't really get that this was supposed to be 1950s Italy after I looked it up online, but it was supposed to be 1950s Italy. Or tell me if you've heard this story before, where it's a kid who has controlling parents that don't want them to go outside of their own realm, which was the underwater world, and they don't want him to go travel up onto land or on the visit humans. I was like, wait, where have I heard this before? Oh, that's what's that? Oh, the Little Mermaid, but with the sexes reversed. I'm like, yeah, I've heard this one before. Hell, I just had a fucking remake last year. So I'm like, I've seen this before. And the movie, the re this is a better this is better than the remake. Little Mermaid. I didn't even hate the remake of Little Mermaid, but and of course they got trying to hide their identities of who they are, and then people on the surface are afraid of sea monsters, which is what they are. I'm like, will they be accepted or will they not be accepted? What's going to happen? There's a big giant race they got to do. I'm like, I know, I've seen this movie a million times before. I can tell everything that's going to happen beat by beat by beat by beat. And because of that, I'm like, I just don't care. Like, and it's like, this movie's getting really got well received. Uh, Mainly probably just because it's Pixar, I think, at this point. Although not every Pixar movie's got well received. The ones that really deserve, like I would say this is one of the worst Pixar movies, just one of the most generic. Uh, it, like this got 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. I have no idea why. Hell, even in the Rotten Tomatoes like consensus, it basically just says it pretty much just spells out. Yeah, this is the same formulaic shit, but it's Pixar. It's good. That's pretty much what it says. Literally, it says even in the consensus, like, it's formulaic. We know. I couldn't give this anything higher than a C at all. A C. It's not a D. It's not D level or F level. Not even close. But yeah, yeah, it's a C. Uh, yeah. I don't recommend it. Out of the Pixar movies, it's probably one of the weaker ones. Like, oh, I got the new Inside Out trailer, two trailer, and I'm like, that looks so much fucking better. How it also didn't help that there was that short in front of it. It was like, all for birds. I forgot the fuck it. It was so goddamn annoying. I might be the only one who really did not like that short. It was so annoying. It was, of course, it's like one of those like where there's no dialogue, but all squawking sounds. And for a fucking 3 minute short, that is way too long for a fucking squawking, just squawking sounds. Fuck that shit. Yeah. I used to like the shorts, but from it, like the short in front of Burning Red was fucking dark as hell, but it's involved dogfighting. Like, I did not expect that shit. But yeah. And I don't recommend seeing Luca if you haven't already seen it in the 3 years it's been out. So that's as far as my review for Luca. I have one more review to do, and then I'll talk to you guys later.